At 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Tonight on the Nightbeat, the search for a suspect behind this lockdown at Ingram Park Mall continues tonight, but new video shows he got away.
Also, a family's stolen work truck shuts down 2 small businesses. How much money the owners say this will cost their family.
Plus, making a dream reality. San Antonio Councilwoman Anda Sandoval shares her journey to becoming a first-time mother. Now tonight, we start with the latest on the suspect who ran into Ingram Park Mall. And at this hour, police yet haven't found him. We first told you about that police activity at the mall in our 5 o'clock newscast.
The Night Team's Camelia Juarez has been following this story for us all evening. Camelia, there have been an awful lot of updates since we left this story on the air on 7 o'clock tonight.
That's right. There's a lot more updates. We now know at least one suspect is in custody, and law enforcement is still looking for the person inside the mall. New video shows the suspect running out of the mall not long after he made it inside. This all started with a shooting call several miles away. The Bexar County Sheriff says deputies responded to that call in a neighborhood near Petrenko Road.
A lady that was sheltered in her home, but was reported that she'd heard several gunshots. She reported that she was in fear. She had some children in the home and was not sure if somebody was shooting at her home or not. She hunkered down and called 911.
She gave a description of the car, and when deputies tracked it down, the driver took off. We now know there was a gun in the car, but no one was hurt. BCSO has not identified either suspect yet, and as for Ingram Park Mall, it will remain closed for the rest of the night. But as far as we know, it should reopen tomorrow morning. Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
Tonight, we are hearing from residents of an apartment complex where an overnight robbery attempt took a deadly turn. It happened about 3:30 this morning in the 7700 block of Culebra Road over on the west side. Police say 3 men tried to rob a resident as he was walking to his apartment. But the victim refused to comply, pulled out a gun, and shot one of the suspects. One neighbor says things like this happen far too often.
It ain't nothing new. There was a shooting over here like a month ago, right in front of my apartment again, over some argument in the pool. So it's becoming a regular thing over here.
The suspect who was shot died at a nearby hospital. The other 2 suspects got away. Police say the victim not expected to face any charges. This is an ongoing investigation.
Next week, we could learn the future of CPS Energy's interim CEO. Rudy Garza has served in that role since November. The utility's Board of Trustees is scheduled to evaluate Garza on his job performance. The board could also pick its CEO. Members are set to meet on this Tuesday morning.
The last survivor from the Quintana Road tractor-trailer incident finally released from the hospital. We are told the patient is an adolescent male. He was being treated at University Hospital for nearly 2 months. University Health says he's been in good condition for some time now. According to the hospital, his condition started to improve late last month. He was one of 2 people being treated at University Hospital who were in critical condition. More than 50 migrants died in that incident on June 27th.
In other news tonight, one crime shut down 2 small businesses. The owners say they were shopping when their truck and trailer just like that were stolen. Now
they're telling the Night Team's John Paul Barajas just how much this is going to cost them.
The impact that it's having, this week we had 4 jobs we were supposed to be staging, and now we can't do them at all. It's really tough being a small business owner.
Their truck, trailer, and tools gone. Jared Baker explains someone took off with all of it Tuesday afternoon at a store off 281 and 410. Now Baker says his family is out $85,000 to $90,000.
I've been working hard for 2 to 3 years trying to overcome these obstacles to get this business off the ground. Same with my wife, and to do all of that, and then I'm finally getting a little bit of separation, and now this happens.
Baker's a contractor, and his real estate agent wife stages homes. They use the truck and trailer for both of their businesses, hauling supplies, trash from demolitions, and furniture. No longer being able to do that puts their jobs on the line.
I have my guys to pay. We have expenses for both businesses. We have expenses for this next business venture that we have. Those savings are now things that are going to have to be utilized for us to carry on our day-to-day.
According to San Antonio police, they are investigating, but unfortunately, store security cameras didn't catch the suspects on video.
For it to just be gone, you know, it is hard to process that.
SAPD says Baker's Ford F-Series truck came in at #1 for vehicles most stolen in the month of June. The other vehicles that are on that list are Chevy Silverados, Dodge Rams, Hyundai Elantras, and Sonatas that round out the top 5. Now, SAPD says the July list isn't finalized yet, but they believe it'll be pretty similar to what's on your screen right now. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And nothing left over on the radar screen. The last of the few showers had disappeared a few hours ago, and now we just have partly cloudy skies. And we made it to 97 today. The high temperature, the average being 96, the record 108 set back in 1986. And we're still just one 100-degree day away from the all-time record 100-degree days in a given year. And the extended forecast keeps us under 100, mid-90s through the weekend. Then notice those temperatures dropping even more into next week. That's going to coincide with some increasing rain chances. I'm going to be back to talk about those rain chances and also the latest on this little tropical system in the southern Gulf of Mexico and what that means for Texas coming right up.
All right, Adam, thank you. And now for a look at your headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. A San Antonio man in custody after threatening mass violence at a GOP conference in Florida. So the FBI says that 19-year-old Alejandro Richard Velasquez Gomez posted messages to social media similar to ones that were posted before a mass killing 8 years ago in California. The complaint says that Gomez threatened revenge on people who went to a Turning Point USA event in Tampa. That event was scheduled for last month, and that's when authorities arrested him. When the FBI searched his phone, they say they also found child pornography. Tonight, we're working to learn more about the man who was hit and killed by a train overnight. Happened around 2 o'clock this morning in the 1500 block of West Hutchins Place. Police say the man was on the tracks waving his arms when the train hit him. The impact launched the man right off those tracks. He died right there on the scene. Police have not yet told us his name, but investigators do think he was in his 20s. Somerset ISD launching a new program to protect students. That new technology is allowing parents to track their child's bus. A district spokesperson says that students are going to scan an ID card when they get on and then again off the bus. Bus drivers are also going to use a tablet to see how many students are on board. Buses are also going to be tracked at all times at the transportation facility. In total, that program cost about $200,000. And by the way, Somerset ISD students return to class on Monday. Good luck to them. We hope they have a great school year. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
America's largest retailer is expanding abortion coverage for its employees. Walmart's healthcare plan now covers abortion if the mother's life is at risk, the fetus isn't viable, or if the pregnancy was due to rape or incest. The company also expanding travel coverage for abortion. The travel will be covered if the procedure isn't legally available within 100 miles of an employee's location. Coverage for fertility services and surrogacy is also available. It's also increasing its adoption support.
So right now, do this. Check your phones, your iPhones, your iPads, your MacBooks, because Apple is saying that hackers are targeting its products. So the company is urging users to update their devices right now. This is coming after it discovered its operating system is vulnerable. Now, the security flaw could allow hackers to take control of your Apple device. You don't want that. The company says the flaw, quote, may have been actively exploited. And it's in phones as old as the 6S, which came out about 7 years ago.
They can inject and install more malicious software. They can read your data. They can send, people that you trust. They can send emails and messages and even calls seeming to be from you.
Okay, I'm sure that gave you anxiety, but here's the thing. You can update your phone software right now. In the meantime, Apple is asking users to be careful and also watch out for any unusual messages that they get, even from friends asking you to download or click something. Just don't do it.
All right, when it comes to our housing market, competition is cooling off and so are sales. More than 3,300 existing homes were sold in July. That is a 15% drop from 1 year ago and the fourth drop in a row. But prices remain high. The median price of those homes was $340,000. That's a 15% jump over just last year. High prices as well as higher mortgage rates have kept some buyers on the sidelines. Still, local realtors tell us the market is simply cooling off toward pre-pandemic normalcy.
Where we were in a red hot market, we are just in a hot market. And that's just the way I kind of, explain it to the sellers is we need a price at value, not overvalue anymore.
As for buyers, they should be seeing more inventory and fewer bidding wars as the market continues to calm down.
Still ahead tonight, it is the highest honor in the U.S. military. And tonight, you're going to meet a Texan who made history when he earned the Congressional Medal of Honor. How one St. Mary's student, is sharing his story.
Plus, sharing the struggles of a first-time mom who also just happens to be a city council member. Councilwoman Anna Sandoval is talking about her experience and how motherhood has inspired her. That's after the break. She holds degrees from 3 Ivy League schools and is a city leader, and now she's adding mom to her resume.
Councilwoman Anna Sandoval welcomed her daughter in June, and tonight she's giving us an exclusive invitation to her home for a look at her newest role. The Night Team's Patty Santos has the story.
Mamitas. It's a feeling every first-time mom can relate to.
I'm feeling really inspired every time I see the baby, but also really tired.
District 7 Councilmember Anna Sandoval hasn't missed a beat. In June, she welcomed her daughter Isadora, and she's still working.
I'm able to do some meetings remote, and some meetings I go in person.
The 47-year-old with degrees from MIT, Stanford, and Harvard was elected to city council in 2017, but she says COVID reminded her of what she had yet to accomplish.
I wanted a baby, and the time was ticking away, and I didn't want to basically wake up one day at the end of my term limits as a council member and say, oh, I could have done that and have missed this opportunity.
Sandoval says she's always had a deep desire to experience pregnancy and become a mother. In her 30s, she invested in her future and froze her eggs. Nervous, but with the full support of her friends and family, she made a bold decision for herself.
Some people say I'm brave. I don't know. I think I'm crazy. But it was absolutely the right decision for me.
As a single mom, Sandoval says she has a newfound respect for working moms, but it's also sparked greater passion to make her community better.
There's a new lens to see things through.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
An undergraduate at St. Mary's University stumbled upon the story of a Civil War hero that he'd never even heard of. It was the story of Milton Holland. He was a freed slave who became the first Black Texan to earn the Congressional Medal of Honor. Holland fought for the North during the Civil War, and when all of the white officers were killed or wounded, he led his fellow officers.
For a long time, blacks were just thought of for the Army as, oh, they will dig the latrines, they'll do the cooking and the cleaning, but they couldn't fight. Milton Holland actually took command of the forces and led a courageous charge against the Confederates.
And then after the war, Holland moved to D.C. to start the first Black-owned insurance company. Pretty cool stuff, and you could read the full story of Milton Holland right now on KSAT.com.
Let's take a live look outside with live cam on this Friday night, looking down there at the I-10-410 split. And we need rain. There's some stuff happening in the tropics, but Adam, that's probably not going to help us out.
It doesn't look like it's going to help us out. Maybe far south, deep Texas. We're talking near Brownsville, getting some brief soaking rain. But let's get right to it. This is the latest in the tropics. And of course, the National Hurricane Center now calls these potential tropical cyclone number 4. Basically, it's a tropical depression. I mean, any wave out in the Atlantic basin could be considered a potential tropical cyclone. But this does show some indications that it could develop a little bit more and then take on the title of tropical storm, and then it would have the name Danielle. Now, I know often when you hear the term storm or these systems get a human name, it can invoke a bit of fear, but all signs point toward this being a very weak system, even if it becomes a low-end storm later tonight or early tomorrow morning. Odds really favor it being pretty weak. I mean, here's the forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Maximum sustained surface winds of 45 miles per hour at landfall tomorrow evening around 7-8 p.m. And that's going to be just south of Brownsville, most likely. And then the remnants falling apart as they head toward Laredo Saturday night and on into early Sunday morning. So what does this mean for rain? Honestly, I don't think it means a whole lot, even for some folks down in the valley. They could get a few quick inches from some downpours. This is noon tomorrow. This is just one computer forecast rendition of what should happen. And then a quick rain shield moving south to north, right along the coastline and even offshore. This is 4 p.m. You get to 6, 7 p.m. and it dissipates as it heads northward toward Corpus Christi. And we could see some remnant showers left over Saturday night, but I think it'd be the exception rather than the norm. And they'd be pretty quick moving and wouldn't add up to a whole lot. So this weekend, I think generally dry. We're talking a 10% chance on Saturday, 20% on Sunday. And then next week, still have those chances rising a bit. We're looking at about 40%. So scattered category Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What we're seeing come together is a weather pattern that would really favor some widely separated and intermittent downpours next week. So cross your fingers. It's not a slam dunk for everybody just yet. We'll keep you updated and check in for updates as time goes by, because we will be fine-tuning the forecast. Drought monitor, 93% of the state in drought. That's actually a 4% improvement upon last week. And we actually had some improvements last night. You go into the hill country and Edwards County, Rial County, Uvalde, that's where we saw some areas of heavy rainfall. I mean, Lakey got over 3.5 inches of rain from that complex last night. So that should be reflected in the next drought monitor next Thursday. Right now we're at 84, dew point is 71, so humid, of course, and sticky. 79 in Kerrville, 86 right now in Hondo, New Braunfels 83, and Stinson Airport at 84. Tomorrow we'll make it into the mid-90s, 97 Divine, 96 here in San Antonio, with a mixture of sun and clouds, just that 10% chance of a stray shower. Sunday, a 20% chance, still in the mid-90s for highs. And look at that, some upper 80s with those better rain chances next week. Mind-blowing, isn't it?
Looks good. Thanks, Adam.
All right, thank you. All right, so hello, Greg.
Hello there.
All right, so Texas has a new QB, baby.
Yeah, and he didn't get their traditional way, right? He committed to Texas, then he decommitted. He signed with Ohio State, and now he's back after transferring back to Texas, and now he's their starting quarterback. When we come back, we'll hear the reason why, and also when we come back, water polo in high school for the very first time coming up. Texas Longhorns head football coach Steve Sarkisian named Quinn Ewers as the starting quarterback going into his second season. Ewers beating out the more experienced Hudson Card for the starting position. Remember, Ewers played for South Lake Carroll, had originally committed to Texas, but left to earn money for his name, image, and likeness at Ohio State, where he signed for over $1 million. But while the Buckeyes only took 2 snaps, never really attempted a pass, deciding to transfer back to Texas. Card opened the season last year as a Longhorn starter, but was replaced by Casey Thompson sometimes during the game. Sarkisian says he will not rotate quarterbacks this season. The Horns kick off their season 2 weeks from this Saturday when they host Louisiana Monroe. The former starting quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, Casey Thompson, has been named as the new starting quarterback for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Thompson started 10 games for the Horns last year and led the Big 12 with 24 touchdowns while throwing for over 2,000 yards. Transferred to Nebraska, where he will start against Northwestern overseas in Ireland next week. Meantime, the UTSA Roadrunners will kick off their season 2 weeks from tomorrow when they host number 24 Houston in the Alamo Dome. In fact, their first 3 games are doozies when you consider they next travel to Army, followed by a bus ride up to Austin to face the Longhorns in Royal Memorial Stadium. A very tough test for Jeff Traylor and his players as he begins his 3rd season in San Antonio, following a school record 12-2 finish last year in the defending Conference USA champions. Players are telling us that several changes have been made to the Roadrunners' defensive scheme, but to the players, it's more about building on their success they have enjoyed under Traylor with fan support.
It feels good having the support with the city behind us and stuff like that. From previous years, we didn't really get that much love, but now, yeah, we feel it, definitely.
All right, kickoff in the Alamo Dome 2 weeks from this Saturday, set for 2:30 p.m. And the Roadrunners are hoping to see over 40,000 fans in the stands.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys will face the Chargers in Los Angeles tomorrow night in SoFi Stadium in their second preseason game. Fans are hoping for a better performance than what they saw against the Broncos in Denver, where they lost 17-7 last Saturday, in which the Cowboys were penalized a league-high 17 times. 2 for holding on rookie left guard and number 1 draft pick Tyler Smith. Head coach Mike McCarthy will be looking for dramatic improvement in that phase of the game, but there has been improvement in training camp where the defense has been building on what they started last year with Trayvon Diggs franchise-tying 11 interceptions and going up against the Chargers' Justin Herbert. The last 2 days didn't hurt Diggs' preparations for the coming season.
It's really good, you know. There's not too many quarterbacks like him. You know, he's a very accurate quarterback, very great quarterback, big, strong arm, accurate, you know. So it's great work, you know, just being able to go out there and just compete with him and him giving us the looks that we need.
All right, 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady's return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers still a little bit up in the air. Head coach Todd Bowles did not give a specific return date today when questioned about Brady coming back to the team, despite the fact Bowles said they discussed his departure to attend to personal things before training camp began. According to Bowles, Brady would return after this Saturday's preseason game, meaning he should be back with the team on Monday after departing on August the 11th, but Bowles declined to give a specific date today. Dallas Cowboys are set to open their season against Tampa Bay Sunday Night Football, September the 11th. The Houston Texans playing tonight in SoFi Stadium, taking on the Rams, and they're down 6-0, 2 field goals by the Rams so far. Your first look at high school water polio next, or polo, shall I say. Big game coverage previews take us to John Jay High School, where the Mustangs will be looking to improve on their 4-6 finish and 2-6 in the very difficult District 29-6A that is made up of all Northside schools, including the newest school, Sotomayor. Mustang head coach Gary Gutierrez will welcome back 13 starters this year, 7 on offense, 6 on defense, led by dual threat quarterback Jackson Gutierrez, who's 6'1", 195 pounds, races at 40 at 4.5. He ran for over 1,200 yards for 10 touchdowns, had another 961 yards, 7 TDs, and on defense, they have about big defensive lineman Jalen Knighton, who stands 6'5", weighs 260 pounds.
I expect us to get a whole lot better. We were a young team last year. We did good, but didn't go up to expectations. We can do a lot better.
We got to play good, solid football in order to get in the playoffs, and those are our goals. Those are our intentions, and but we have to do things right early so that we can keep getting better as a team and grow.
All right, the Jay Mustangs will be one of the first to kick off the 2022 high school football season when they visit Brackenridge Eagles this coming Thursday at Alamo Stadium at 7 p.m. The first time water polo is a UIL sport, and the regular season is well underway. Tonight, Alamo Heights hosting Johnson. Mules in control late in the third period. Ellis Rake finds E.J. Gonzalez, and he sneaks it inside the near post. 9-3 Heights. The Jaguars piece together a late run. Seconds for the buzzer. Sebastian Garcia spins, fires it past the keeper, and Johnson only trails by 4 heading into the fourth. But that's when the Mules pull away. Jackson Gorman headed ahead to James Cox, and he picks the top corner for the goal. Heights goes on to win water polo 12-7. That's a brand new sport in high school. It's been played in universities, but in high school in San Antonio, this is brand spanking new, and I think that's the first time it's aired on local television even. Yep.
Looks exhausting. Man, we were driving, we were getting ejections, we were going hard at them, and I think that's what got us the win. Our aggressiveness really shows the work we've put in. It shows, all the hours that we've been here, and, we're ready.
All right, there you go. And he said it the best. I mean, it's great to see this in action finally in San Antonio.
I'm exhausted just watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of work.
A lot of treading water there, yes.
We'll be right back after this.
Right now on KSAT.com, ready to be read, we have details on HEB hiring event that will be happening at all Texas stores. The one-day hiring event will happen next week on Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. On-site interviews will be available at every HEB, Central Market, and Mi Tienda. According to HEB, there are more than 250 positions to apply for just in the San Antonio area. For more information, just look for the story on KSAT.com.
Now, we also want you to check this out. There is a contest now open to name new planets discovered by the James Webb Space Telescope. Now, the telescope is making amazing discoveries every day, and each planet and host star needs to be named. Now, these are the rules. You can't name an exoworld after yourself, your pet, or give it any religious or military significance. You can find the forms at nameexoworlds.iau.org, and the public can submit their names through November 11th. Pretty cool if you win, though.
Can't wait to see some of the crazy names that come up.
Yeah,
Oh, it's going to be great. I'd just name it Rowdy, because then it just sounds awesome. Rowdy.
Planet
That's more
Rowdy.
of a constellation than anything. Constellation Rowdy. Hey, below 100, better rain chances next week.
Good night, Rowdy. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.